discussing my TBR for November. Um, yeah, as you saw from I have about 8 books I want to read in November. Sorry. Put this somewhere where you can see me. Wait. Okay, I like it right here. Just put it right there. This cord is in the way. Anyways, I have a little bit of a cold. And a weird back, which is itchy. Anyways, I have a few books over here. I got them all from the library. I'll just start off with one book that I'm reading right now. It's called Invisible Ties by Batya Ruddle. I got this actually in New York. I was in New York. If you didn't check out my last video, I was in New York in a Jewish neighborhood I stayed in for a class trip. And I got this at the Jewish bookstore because I'm Jewish and I know family members are Jewish too, and they also might want to read something in the Jewish realm. So it's just a Jewish author who writes about Jewish things. It's basically what this is about is that it's just different people. Invisible Ties is about different right now. I'm up to page 100. It's like a 300-page book. It's basically like different difficult challenges in family life. Basically, that's what it's about. Like Jewish people going through challenges in life. So, for example, one challenge is this guy, her husband won't. It keeps missing his interview for the job, or just keeps, he doesn't. There's something. It's like a little mystery. And that's all. That's all I have to say about that one. But it's like I don't know how to explain it until I'll do a review on it when I finish it. But it's kind of like a lot of people's problems, and you just get to experience it, and like it works through the book. And then I'm gonna start with the first. I have like a ton of books here. Okay, I put them all on Goodreads offered for TBR. The first book is called When We Collided, and it's like a love story. It says, this is more effort than a love story. When we collided, carefully, yet effortless, puts mental illness in the conversation with beauty and struggle of adolescence. Adolescence? I probably said that wrong. I always mix up that word. Adolescence. Like young children. You know what I mean? ADOL. Adolescence. Adolescence. That's what it is. It's a book I wish I could have written, but I'm much better for having read. And this was by Julie Murphy from New York Times. Okay, I'll just read the back. This is what this one says. We are 17 and shattered and still dancing. We have messy, throbbing hearts, and we are stronger than anyone who could ever know. Jonah never thought a girl like Vivi would come along. Vivi didn't know that Jonah would light up her world. This exactly sounds like my New York trip, okay? I had no clue I was going to meet this person. That's how much this person lit up my world in that day. Neither of them expected a summer like this, a summer that would write their futures. In unflinching story about new love, old wounds, forces beyond, you collide with the right person at the right time. They'll change you forever. This is going to be an amazing book to read. I'm so excited about this book. I cannot wait to read this. And it's by Emery Lord. So I'm very looking forward to that. And then my next book on my TBR list is called Calling by My Name. It's by Liliana Tamari. That's what it looks like. And these are all from the library because I'll tell you guys what I got after this, maybe. I'll make a separate video. I did buy 6 books from Thrifty Books that I'm excited about. Because I did buy some books because I wanted to own some. Yeah. Okay, so this one about Calling My Name is about, they're all pretty much, all the books I got were like love and like princess and fairy tale stuff. because I like princess stuff and princes and whatever. And this one is about, it says, family, sisters, friends, enemies, neighbors, school, church, first love, expectations, betrayal, hopes, dreams. Who do you listen to when you find your own way? How do you stay true to yourself in the face of opposition, in the face of self-doubt? In 53 unforgettable iridescent chapters, Taya Brown shares a story of teenage years in middle school, high school, and graduation. Listen, listen. Anyways, that looks pretty good. Excited about that. And then I want to go into a book that I'm actually currently reading. I started this on Kindle. I didn't buy it. I actually got it from the library on Kindle, but I like to read it like at night if I'm in my bed and I want to turn off the light. Then I'll try to get the Kindle book and try to borrow it, but I won't buy it if I own the book, if that makes sense. You know? Like not if I own it, but like if I have the book ready, I'll just read it. I won't like have the book from the library and then buy it again. I'll just get it from the online library and then read it at night if it's available. I'm not gonna, if it's not available, I'll just read it. Anyways, this book is called We Used to Be Friends, and it's by Amy Spalding. Okay, and this one says James and Kat have been a pair since their kindergarten graduation. At the start of senior year, the two girls are practically inseparable. By the end of the year, they're no longer friends. James has always had a plan how her James is a girl? Wait, what? I don't know how that is possible. I'm joking. Now we have gender fluid, so I can't say that. James has always had a plan for her life would go, but her high school sweetheart's parents announced that they're getting a divorce. She worries everything, and she worries about everything she believes about love, and her future is a lie, which she doesn't tell Kat. Meanwhile, Kat is newly in love with her first girlfriend. Oh wait, Kat is newly in love with. Okay, so it's kind of like an LGBTQ plus book kind of thing. So that's kind of cool too. Meanwhile, Kat is newly in love with her first girlfriend and feeling like she's finally becoming the person she's meant to be. She wants to be nothing more than for James to continue to be her rock. But James seems more distant, no amount pushing her back. Kat's story moves forward, and James goes back in time with his innovative, intricate, constructive story about being best friends and growing up growing apart. This is a funny, romantic, authentic, capturing best friendship, highs to lows. Anyways, I'm middle reading that right now. Next, I just have four more books to review. Not review, but 4 more books to talk about. I got this book called Soul Lanterns. It's basically what it says on the back. It says, the many colored lanterns huddled together as they receded. They would float on the way to the sea like souls. Nozumi looked around at her mother and Mr. Yoshika Kozo and his grandparents. They were all familiar souls, and that remained was a lingering goal. It doesn't really say much. It's just like a family book, like a love story, I guess, something like that. And of course, everyone's favorite. I'm joking. A lot of people hate this book. I got the Selection series. I never picked this up. So many people recommended it to me, but I hope it's kind of like Diaries vibes, like the romance and the stuff, which I'm very excited for. She's having a new book come out in March. It's COVID related. I'm so excited for it. Anyways, this one is the Selection series. It says the opportunity to be swept up in a world with glittering gowns, and priceless jewels, to live in a place and complete for the heart of a gorgeous Prince Maxon. But for American Singer, being selected is a nightmare. It means turning her back to her secret love with Aspen, who's a Cassie, below her, and leaving her home and to enter fierce competition for the crown she doesn't want. American meets Prince Max, and gradually she begins to realize that the life she's always dreamed of may not compare to the compared to a future that I never imagined. I'm sorry my reading isn't so great, but it's what I could do. But I never read out loud. That's probably why. But I do read my essays out loud. Anyways, that looks. I don't. I have a little. I'm skeptical of that book, but like, I feel like it's gonna be good. But I just feel like it's. I might not like it that much. Now the next book, I just looked this up on Goodreads on my computer, and it says that it's the fourth book. It's called Spring Break. It's basically people meet on spring break. It's like guys and girls. It's like the same book as that other book I was telling you about. I don't really need to read about it because it's the fourth book, and I don't. You probably want to read the first, but some of these books that I find at my library, they tend to be like the fourth or the fifth book, and then they act like they're the first. So like, there's no point of reading the previous ones when these act like they have their own like thing already. It's just like you don't need to read the first book, you know. And then the last book that I got was The Secret Heart. No, and you can probably tell by all these books I've got all romances because I had this weekend. You know, I, you know, I literally fell in love with someone because how great they were. So I got all romance books because I want to comfort that feeling and have it repeatedly over and over again. So, anyways, this book is called The Secret of Heart. No, it's by Stacey Lee, and this one is The Spring Break is by Catherine Applegate, and then Selection is by Kira Cass, and this one says, as the two amateurs left on the planet, amateurs? I don't know if this is amateurs or like astronauts. I don't know. Left on the planet, 15-year-old Mimosa knows what her future holds, a lifetime using her extraordinary sense of smell to mix bass notes, top notes, and heart notes to the elixirs to help others fall in love while... Sorry, I can't even read this. It's so dark in here. Let me fix this light. There we go. As while remaining incurably alone for Mim, the rules are clear. Falling in love with render none useless, taking away from her great talent. Still, Mim doesn't want to spend her life in elbow-deep soil and beginning ganonas. She dreams of a normal high school existence, taking up a spot, limping away, flushed from victory, joining a bait club, and saying things. That's logical fallacy. Having a boyfriend when she accidentally gives her elixir to the wrong woman to rely on the school soccer star to help fix the situation. Mim quickly realizes when she comes falling in love, the choice isn't always hers to make. At once hopefully funny and romantic, The Secret Heart Note is a rich and emotive coming of age story that speaks to all senses. Anyways, with all these books, I'm just so excited to read these books. Oh my god. So it's a total of 8 books. 8 books. I finished a very good book yesterday. Let me find it on Goodreads. It was talking about epilepsy, which I deal with, and it was talking about like after epilepsy, like sometimes they're psychogenic seizures. So like not all my seizures are like actual epileptic. A lot of them come from this disorder. It's a conversion disorder, which is called PNS, which is called psychogenic, what is it called? Psychogenic something seizures. It's like they're not like actual seizures, but they're real, you know? So it's called From the Struggle to Victory, My Journey of Overcoming Mental Illness, Conversion Disorder, PNS, and Self-Harm. It was just such a good book. I read it on Kindle. I bought it for like $2.99. Oh god, it was so good. I highly recommend that book. If you guys want to learn more about like epilepsy and then PNES and self-harm, amazing book. Great book. I really highly recommend it. So yeah, and if you want to follow my Goodreads, it's just Devorah Reads, DEVORAH, Reads, and you know how to spell that. But thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to reading, and yeah.